Hello friends, welcome to another episode of my drivel. I decided to rename these clips from world news to creativity news because I realized that what I'm mostly talking about is either my own work, which is creative, I hope, and other artists or other inputs or inspirations for me, but that might be also something that you might want to check out. So I hope you enjoy the new name, and I hope you enjoy that the format basically stays the same. So it's still very much a drivel. Oh, today's health check is something that is very close to my heart, which is, stress. Don't you have those days when just everything goes wrong? Or things just don't go your way? And so far this year hasn't been that great. I'm under a bit of stress. Things are not turning out the way I want them to. And this is, again, another opportunity to create new things, which in this case is this drawing. Lovely, isn't it? In those times when you're stressed and you have all those problems and it makes you think that the center of the universe is you and your problems. And this is a moment to realize that this is not true. Because in actual fact, the center of the universe am I. At least it feels that way right now, and it's not good. But I hope it takes some stress away from you. Culture Corner or Creativity Corner or whatever we want to call it, it's all about creative things, and this time I brought you two different movies, Amer and The Strange Color of Your Body's Tears, which is the original title, not the German one, yeah? Both of those movies have been filmed by Belgian directors Hélène Catet and Bruno Forzani. They are very original filmmakers. Those are the only two movies they've ever done. Amer was the first one in 2009. They are wonderful filmmakers because they do movies in a completely different way. They make movies in a way that you experience pictures and sound and you kind of feel you're in the situation. The downside of it, they don't have much of a story, but they tell everything in a way that is very immersive. And yet there still is a story. Amer tells the story of this woman, and it's her life story basically told in three parts. When she was a little girl, when she's teenager, and then when she's older. And all of those different parts of the movie are told in this very specific way of using pictures and sounds to kind of convey the situation rather than just telling a story very straightforward. It's not for the faint of heart. It is quite bloody because the inspiration for those two directors are giallos, the Italian thrillers and horror movies. That's the inspiration they're taking, and you can see that. So it's not something for the squeamish, but it's a very nice movie, and it's a coming-of-age story of sorts. The second movie is even less straightforward than the first one. The story is much more a labyrinth, I would say. It is a labyrinth of colors and experiences and sounds. It's actually brilliant, I think. I was watching this movie, and towards the middle I thought, where is this going? It's just like, it's so muddled, and then at the end everything was even more confusing because there is no solution and there is never anything resolved in that movie, which I find fascinating. So it is really just a labyrinth of pictures, and I love it. I really, really enjoyed it. After I watched it all, I was fascinated, and I want to watch it again because there is a mystery, and because it isn't so straightforward. I mean, there are possible interpretations, obviously, but it's not straightforward, so you actually want to watch the movie again. But this is even more brutal than the first one, so again, this is not something for someone who can't see blood. But for everyone who has seen horror or thriller movies, I could definitely recommend that. This one is very special, and I think it's better than the first movie they made. But it's different, so both of them, I can recommend both of those movies for two different reasons, but both have the same artistic filmmaking that is quite different and unique. So I hope you look at that as well. So that was it. I'll go back to my problems and my drawings. I've started on Starlit Academy, which I'm thrilled about. The only concern I have is that, again, probably just one person will read it. I want to do something for the world, and I hope I entertain someone. Every one of us wants a bit of a purpose. But I go back to my work, and you go back to yours, whatever you do. And if you don't have work, just do it like me, just draw something. And I hope you have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.